Okay, so I got a custom order for an acrylic round, and I already have the designs and the words that she wants. I just didn't have that particular word and design or image together that she wanted. She wanted a black Texas shape with the word senior. And that just happened to be one that I did not have available in the silver. So I'm going to make that. And I don't have to size it or anything because I already have the Texas. And I actually have some left over in black vinyl, but I'll show you where they are if I can scroll through here and find them. But I don't have any more of the senior cut out in the silver glitter. So I like to have extras cut out anyway, so if I need to make some more of these acrylics, I can just make them very quickly. I don't have to worry about cutting them out or anything. So I'm not going to just cut out one today. I'm going to cut out the sheet if I can find it. Okay, here's one right here. So this is, and it says words for acrylic rounds, so I know that's for the acrylic rounds because I also have tags, and right below it is the shapes. So there's the Texas, and then here's the splash, or whatever you want to call it, the paint marks, or I can't remember what you call it. Anyway, I've got a lot of those. So I already have that cut out in black, several of those cut out in black, but I need to cut these out in silver. Now I can customize it and make any changes that I need to. Let me see what I've got to work with. And these are for the 2-inch round acrylics. You see I've got senior in 2 different fonts. I have junior in that same font there. And then cheer, that's a different font than those. And let me see. That is BFC Grow Over is that senior. And the reason why you can't see it there is because when I did these, see how thin that is? Let me enlarge it. Which I know it doesn't look real thin there, but look how thin that is. And that I didn't want to fight, so I offset it just a little bit to make it a little bit thicker. There. Oop, we're back too many. Okay, so I keep those, good grief. I keep those small, so I know those are the, so I know. Hey, guys, please stop. Every time I record, they got to start barking. They're quiet as can be when I'm not recording. Isn't that the way it is? Just like kids. So, BFC Grow Over for the junior as well. The cheer is BFC Clementine. So, if you're curious, those are all Cricut fonts. So, and these are all Cricut designs too. Now some of them I do pay a monthly, like I think it's $10 to get some of this stuff free, so keep that in mind. But I think I'll share this in case anybody else wants these, or maybe my members only or something. I'll see. I share some of this stuff from my Cricut that I've designed. So I've already got them sized and everything, so I know it works on these 2-inch acrylics. So what I do is I put this in the background and then put like senior in a different color on top of it. Same with the paw print. You can put junior on top of that, junior on top of that. You can even put cheer on top of so you have cheer and senior. Cheer, I don't know why you'd want to do that, but you can do that to double it. And then I also have megaphones that I've done, and like I said, the Texas, and I can't remember if there was anything else. It's got to be pretty simple shapes that don't take up a lot of room, because it's a 2-inch round, so it's not like you have a ton of room. I also need to make some more tags because I've got somebody that's inquiring about the tags, and I only have 2 tags left, And these tags are 3.5 inches tall and 2 inches wide. But I did find some more, and I'll try to get a picture of them from Hobby Lobby. The ones I just told you are from the Christmas section, and they don't have all that out yet. It's from the Christmas crafts. But I did find some acrylic tags like near the paper crafting, and they were $2.79 for 6 tags. And they say they're 3 inch by 1.75 inch. They seem a lot smaller than the ones from Christmas, but apparently they're only a 1/2 inch shorter, and yeah, they're comparable lengthwise, so they're not much shorter, and then a little bit less wide too, like I said, 0.25. So I got 2 packages of those. That's all they had. So I will make some of those, but I'll have to resize everything for those. And what I do on the tags is I put like this on top and then senior down below it like this. And let me show you a trick here. Let me see if I can find how I did this first. The very first time. Oh, I did not mean to do that. How do I go back to my stuff? Dadgummit. No, cancel. Is there a cancel on here somewhere? Oh my gosh. I don't know how to go back. Oh, good grief. Okay, there we go. I don't think it was templates. We have bag tags. I found a template or a shape that was close. Let me see. You see, these are included with the subscription that I pay for. Okay, there it is right there. So I used this. Oh, I'll get rid of that. So I used this as my template. And what I did was, let's make it a different color, like yellow or something. And I sized it. So I said those big ones that I got first were 3.5 by 3.5 by 2. Yeah, and of course you can go like this. Make sure that's perfect. And so you know that's the size of the tag. So when you want to size that, oops, let's see. Where is that? Put that down here. Let's see. Nope. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to place that on the bottom. Okay, there we go. So, and you got to remember there's a hole right here too. So what I did was something like this, and then I can sense how big I need to make that, you know, the letters. And of course you can unlock that and you can make it taller and skinnier if you need to, especially for a longer word. Now, if it's a very long word, you may need to go this way with it. So you just, you know, it doesn't matter exactly how you've got it on here. You're just making sure that it fits, because this really, you're going to be hand putting that stuff on there anyway. So, yeah. Nope. 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 So you can put the design on the bottom, and you can put Junior up here. But that's how I did those. So I can get rid of that. I don't need that once you're ready. And then for the acrylic rounds, same type of thing. And I like to make it a color so it just stands out better. And it already made it 2 by 2, which is the size of them. So what I do is, backwards. Okay, let's see if that works. No, no. bring forwards and backwards. And that's not working. How about bring to the front? There we go. Okay. So you can see that, I mean, I made it as big as possible to fit on there. You have to be very careful about how you put it on the round. And you can pick a different graduation cap that's not as wide as this one. I just really like this one. But you have to be careful of that right there. It wants to hang over if you don't get it on there just right. So putting them on there can be a little tricky. And you could make it smaller, but I want it as big as possible. Okay. And then, let's see, bring to the front. I'm going to change the color of this. Let's make it something that'll stand out. And then you would put this on top of it. And then, I know that looks ugly with those colors, but imagine this is actually clear, or we'll make it silver. Now that looks better. So you can do a black cap, and then you can do senior in gold or silver, and this is clear. So that is how I do that. That's how I size them. I do have some other shapes that Connie sent me. That's and there's like, is it a hexagon or something like that? There's square. There's the 2-inch circles. There's some tags that are long and skinny, and some hearts. Some of those might be more difficult because even if they have the shape on here that matches like a heart, that doesn't mean that heart matches that exact shape. So let me, and I hope my microphone is working. I hope I don't have to redo the voiceover on this. I haven't used this microphone. It's my corded microphone, so I'm hoping it works. So let me measure this heart, if I can find something. Okay, it's about, it's not quite 1.75 tall, and it's 2 inches wide at the widest part. So, okay. That doesn't have to be perfect, I guess. Man, that's about what, that needs to be a little less, maybe. Oh, gosh. I'm going to say 1.6. We'll just go with that. So that's about the size of that. And bring to the front. And so I would have to make this smaller. I don't want to do that. I don't want to make it smaller because I've got it the perfect size, but you know what I mean. I'd have to resize this. I could make it skinnier, but if I adjust the size, then it's not going to be the right size. And I know I could delete it and then multiply. I mean, yeah, that's what I'll do. Let's undo that. So we could try making it skinnier, but that's not going to work. So maybe, oops. So we could do like that, and you could do a really small graduation cap if you could get it to cut out, but you gotta be careful of that. So now I'm gonna have to delete that and make another one of those. Actually, I'm going to put more seniors because I ran out of seniors really quickly, and let me do that one too. And honestly, well, so when I go to make it, I usually use my smart materials for these. Use my smart vinyl. And okay, so you can see those are not the ones I want to use, because those are just telling me what the fonts are. So I'm hiding those because I don't need them. And then if I have plenty of these, I can delete those. But honestly, it's okay to go ahead and print out extras because, or cut out extras, because I could use them on ribbons on the mum. It's not necessarily for the acrylics. So it doesn't hurt to have extras of these, and these are for ones that I use quite a bit, so that is fine. Now I have room. I see, I don't like cutting out like this because look, I have space right here and I have space right here. So what I'm going to do is cancel, and I'm going to do one more of those and do one more of those, and let's see what it does. Now I want to hide, and hide. Now I want to put that over there. And let's see, I was afraid of that. And there. Oh, I have plenty of room. You see that junior is much smaller than the cheer. I don't know why that's working out that way. So this is a little added work here, but not a big deal. I usually don't like the way they put it on the mat. It makes me mad. They don't make use of the space like I would want to. Right, it's finished. With this thing isn't great, but it does work pretty good for cutting vinyl. They do have a Cricut one now that I've heard is good. This one is not great. See, it never wants to cut on that end. It drives me crazy. Now, I did get something new in. And I did go for the Cricut one. And you guys still, okay, you can see it now. That's going to be so much better for the shimmer vinyl because it's so hard to weed. Hey, stop it. Every time I push record, those dogs bark. Okay, so you can see them, and I'm going to be using one of these seniors, probably the pretty one. So now I can see where I need to cut much easier. It only has three different brightnesses, but that's okay. I don't think you can cut on this, and I wish you could, because I can't exactly see where I need to cut. He can't stop it. Okay. I need a pen. It's an extra fine point. Here's the black vinyl. You see I have megaphones. Here's all the Texas shapes. I know you can't see those. And then the brush strokes. I've got one more of those. And on the Texas, I wish you could see that. I've got some that are backwards because on some of these acrylic rounds, I put the shape in the background, the Texas shape on the back side, and then the words on the front. So when you do that, you have to put the Texas backwards. That way when you're looking through it, the Texas looks right. You can only do that with vinyl that's two-sided, you know, that has the same color on the front and back. Like this, when you peel this off, it's black on the background too. The silver shimmer is like a metallic on the back side, so you can do it with that if you want. Now you can just put the Texas and then the word on top of it. It is going to be, you know, layered, and it's going to be kind of bumpy. So, and I really like putting the shape on the back and the word on the front because it just it gives it like a more 3D look, I guess. Now the thing about these though is they put this protective coating on it, and sometimes it can be a pain to try and get off. And they put it on both sides, so you gotta be sure and take that off, or you'd be wasting some vinyl. There, now see how perfectly clear that is? All right, for the Texas, I'm going to do a backwards one. See how that looks. Now you see it's glossier looking. See on this side it's like a matte finish, but on the inside of the vinyl it gives it a glossier look, so I even like that too. Alright, so I need strong grip. I just keep these small pieces under my mat so they don't get lost. If it's too strong, just put it on your clothes or something first. Carefully pull that off, and it worked. You see the background is like a metallic, so you can show that be pretty. So you got shimmer on this side and then like a metallic look on that side. And that would actually be better for guys if you showed that side with like a Texas or a paw print or something. Okay, so you could do it where it's at an angle. You can do it straight across. I'm going to do it straight across because she saw, I think I had a junior like this, but not a senior. And then carefully pull that off. And I can use this at least one more time if I need to. Look how pretty that is. And see, you get kind of, I don't know if you guys can see it that well in there, but you get like a 3D look. I really like the look you get. Of course, this is one-sided because if it turns over this way, you got a backwards Texas, but so pretty. And that black, or that silver shimmer just really pops on that black Texas. I just want to make sure that's down really good. I really like that font too. It's really pretty. Now I'm going to show you how I resized some of these to fit the tags that I bought. I got some new tags from Hobby Lobby because they didn't have their Christmas tags out at this time, the acrylic tags, and I found some more in the scrapbooking section, but they were a little bit smaller, so I'm showing you how I'm resizing them to fit those because they're just a little bit too wide for those. And I'm going to get rid of some of these designs because I don't want to make tags out of them. But I'm going to save it as something else so both of them save. That way I have one for the acrylic rounds and then I have one for the new shape of tags. And then on the graduation caps, like the tassel, see how thin it is? If it's way too thin, then you can offset it just a hair and make that just a little bit thicker. And then I'm going to make it black so it all cuts out on the same page. But it's just a little bit, I made it a little bit thicker so I won't have to worry about it being so difficult to weed when I cut it out. So just need to make these seniors and everything just a little less wide. And you can make them longer and skinnier. However, you know, whatever you're attaching them to, you can adjust the size. And I always unlock that first. That way I can just do like the width or
the length, whichever one you're working with. And then I'm going to delete a bunch of stuff that I don't want to cut on tags. I knew I wanted to make several senior ones because I've only made one senior silver one, and it got requested when I sold it. Somebody else started messaging me, so I wanted to make extras.
I don't want to save a junior or two. I want to make some juniors, so I'm making that smaller. And then I've got to go through and delete all of these. Now again, I'm saving this as something different. That way I will have both of them. You want to make sure when you save the new one that you save it as something different, because that way it won't override the first one, because I want to keep the first one for the acrylic round. So I'm saving as, and then I'm putting, and it automatically fills in something for you, but I want it to know, I want it to say acrylic tags. That way I know which ones, and I believe, yeah, I put the size in there so I knew which acrylic tags it was for. Even though the acrylic round ones work for the other tags, just in case I don't catch that. Now I'm going to make a bunch of duplicates. So I have a bunch of them because I don't want to just cut out one of each. So several of the seniors in both fonts. I wanted to have two options, one that's really like kind of curvy and pretty, and then one that's more simplistic. So one of each. And then I'm also going to cut out some megaphones because I like to use some megaphones too with the cheer. Now I did not show attaching the vinyl to these tags or any of the other shapes, but I do have a few pictures that I put on my Etsy shop, so I'm going to show those after all of this so you can see some of the different shapes that I did. That one is my favorite megaphone, the second one there, and always bookmark your favorite designs on Cricut so you can find them easier. So I need to size this one. Now with the megaphone, I can turn it where it's long ways on the tag. Instead of going across, I can do it up and down. And that's what I'm doing. That way I can get a bigger megaphone on there. So you can go skinnier. You can even adjust the shape on these. And then make duplicates when you get how you want it. So I'm doing it both. I'm doing some where I can attach them long ways on the tag, and then some where I can go across on the tag. So that's what I'm doing there. And then as you add more stuff, you want to be sure that you're saving this. And since I already saved it as something new, all I have to do is click save and save. And I'm going to make these. And of course, I'm going to hit Smart Materials because I'm using the Smart Shimmer. Or I'll be using just regular Smart Vinyl, whichever one. So again, I want to hide those because I'm not cutting those out. Those just tell me what the font was. Now I don't want any wasted space, so again I'm going to move stuff around and hide something else if I need to, just so I get it all on there. Because I do not like having extra space down there, that wasting vinyl. I try to get it all in an even square or rectangular so I can cut it across and not have any wasted space. Kind of counting what I've got. Which ones can I get rid of? I didn't do a lot of juniors, so I wanted to get a few juniors in there. There. Now I'm happy I can cut it.
Again, I'm picking smart vinyl, but I'm not going to show the rest of this like I showed on the rounds because you've already seen that. Same kind of concept. You see how I attach them. And there's one of the big megaphones, how I did it long ways. There's another one that I did in black. You can see a couple of differences. And then here's a lot of the different shapes that Connie sent me, the hearts and those rectangles. Those are skinnier, longer and skinnier. And then there's the diamond or the square, the hexagon, the heart. So I was able to use all of those and I thought they turned out cute. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment. Please be kind with your comments. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. Happy mom making, happy crafting, and have a wonderful day. And don't be a meanie.